That morning, she was nearly blind.
I can't see anything. When I try to open my eyes, it's like a white cloud covered. It hurts. It hurts a lot to open my eyes. I mean, I have this cold cloth that I put on and I take off all the time. But this is horrible.
She says the doctors weren't able to determine what exactly caused it. Her initial thought of allergies went out the window when she heard from several others seated next to her at the rally that also ended up seeking medical attention with the same symptoms.
Kept getting worse.
Yes, I don't know if you have seen this 20 Trump rally attendees in Tucson, Arizona, who were on stage with Trump first six with mysterious symptoms. According to the Arizona Globe, members of Latinos for Trump were rushed to the hospital with a mysterious illness. The individuals who were infected were all sitting off the side of the stage where Trump entered. Pastor Early and his wife said they were driven home when the symptoms begin to hit. Yes, I have seen different versions of posts pertaining to it. Some said, oh, it's because of this. I don't know. Let me play this full video so you can see exactly what I'm talking about.
Supporters of former President Donald Trump that were allowed to sit behind his stage at his Tucson rally last week tell the News 4 Tucson investigators they left with mysterious injuries to their eyes. News 4 Tucson's chief investigative reporter Course Nylander is live outside the Tucson Music Hall downtown. Course, what are we learning about their situation?
Yeah, well, Monica, this is where thousands of people came out to hear former President Donald Trump speak last week. There was a group of 48 people allowed to sit on stage behind Trump throughout the event. They were split into two groups on each side of the stage. One side seemed to walk away without any issues, but multiple people seated near each other on the other side tell me that they had to go to the emergency room after they left the event. Here tonight, for the first time, the Trump campaign is confirming that they're investigating this situation. Rodriguez, a former director of Planned Parenthood with a notable shift to being pro-life. In 2016, she sat behind presidential candidate Hillary Clinton on stage at an event. Now she supports Donald Trump. She enjoyed the rally, but once she left, everything changed.
As soon as we left and I step outside, I start feeling like my eyes were burning.
At first, she thought it might be allergies. She lives near Phoenix. By the time she got home, it was so bad she decided to go to the emergency room.
The emergency room staff keeps saying, from the triage nurse to the PA, and are you sure you don't get spray anything? Your symptoms look like you were sprayed something.
The News 4 Tucson investigators spoke to her the morning after the rally, Friday last week. That morning, she was nearly blind.
I can't see anything. When I try to open my eyes, it's like a white cloud covered. It hurts. It hurts a lot to open my eyes. I mean, I have this cold cloth that I put on and I take off all the time. But this is horrible.
She says the doctors weren't able to determine what exactly caused it. Her initial thought of allergies went out the window when she heard from several others seated next to her at the rally that also ended up seeking medical attention with the same symptoms.
Kept getting worse and worse. My eyes.
Yes, at this point, I'm confused. Every single day, we keep getting different kind of things. It's either they try to shoot him or they do this. What is happening? I don't usually like to draw conclusions when I see a story like this. These are people still suffering. Some already concluded like this place was hit with chemical. I don't draw conclusions that way. I like the investigation to be done so we can know exactly what happened in these locations. At this point, I have limited knowledge on what exactly went on.
Kept getting worse and worse. My eyes started watering a lot. My nose started running. Then I started feeling my face get really flushed, and then my neck felt like it was on fire. And it just progressed from there.
This Tucson woman, who doesn't want to be identified, was seated in the same area behind Trump with her brother. Both walked away with eye injuries and sought medical attention.
I was all focused on my eyes. I mean, my eyes were red like hell, I mean, it's like, it's just like unbearable. You just couldn't, I couldn't handle it. I just couldn't handle it.
Whatever caused it seems to be isolated to the group seated on stage right. Former Congressional District 6 candidate Kathleen Wynne was seated on the opposite side of the stage and says she and everyone she knows seated near her walked away without any issues.
We hope that there's no nefarious actors in this and that this is not a strategic hit for those that are supporting Donald Trump.
Myra reported her injuries to the Trump campaign and says she was told it was being investigated. Myra feels it's crucial for people to be made aware of what happened and what could have caused her injuries.
Obviously, what I would like is an investigation, right? That whoever that this does not get away with it.
I want to be very clear. We do not know at this point if a person caused any of this or what exactly the cause could be. We can only speculate at this point, but that apparently is what the Trump campaign is trying to get to the bottom to at this point. Less than an hour ago, the Trump campaign senior advisor Danielle Alvarez sent us a statement reading, quote, "The Trump campaign has been collecting information. We remain committed to the countless patriots that attend our high-energy, high-impact rallies across the country." I did also speak with the United States Secret Service. They tell me they were not informed of any of this and only learned about it when I called them, but they said there was no known threat to President Trump during his event here in Tucson last week. We'll update you as we get more information on this situation. We're live from downtown Tucson.
Yes, at this point, nothing will surprise me. The fact that it was multiple people all sitting in the same area is bizarre. When you look at social media, the reaction to this is extremely concerning. We have seen all the things happening to him. If this happened to be a new tactics they want to use, then I don't know. Trump recently tweeted this, "Wow, just out, the FBI caught Iran spy on my campaign and giving all of the information to the Kamala Harris campaign. Therefore, she and her campaign were illegally spying on me to be known as the Iran case. Will Kamala resign in disgrace from politics? Will the communist left pick a new candidate to replace her?" That is a question Trump just posted. Few hours ago, I saw this, that the FBI discovered that the Kamala campaign received all this from this spying group in Iran. Now Trump is putting this out just a few minutes ago. It is extremely concerning to see that this is happening every time. 2016, we saw similar situations like this. So, what is going on? A lot of people are not believing that all these things is Iran, like they have been singing every single day. I understand the truth will never really come out because they are shielded from.
It's time to have more conversations, even like the ones we're having right here. Though I disagree with what you've said, we've disagreed. We've also kind of just slightly realized that we could turn that for your generation. Let's start focusing on how we protect this and stop firing up those idiots who really think that they can. Because at the end of the day, what do you want? You want to eat out of a garbage can? Because that's what's going to happen. If we go to a civil war, remember, more deaths in the American Civil War than any other conflict since.
Brother against brother.
I think this is the dumbest man on CNN. People who refuse to vote for Kamala, he referred to them like garbage cans. That should signal something into you about this network.
And let me say, what an honor it is to work with two guys who are this far away from being childless cat ladies.
We did just get Joy a new.
She did have a lot of momentum.
Want Trump to lose this election, right? No, you don't, really?
In this emergency.
Did Kamala Harris move the needle? Of course she didn't.
We still have to have a controlled border, a secure border.
She's only up by 15 points.